Well, we're rocking and ready to go here from the Davis Fieldhouse on the campus of Bob Jones University in Greenville, South Carolina. Hey, folks, Johnny Gambit bringing you the call as the Bruins welcoming Johnson and Wales University out of Charlotte, North Carolina. The Bruins coming into this one after an overtime winner on Saturday. They had to battle back, in which they came from behind to defeat their opponent on Saturday. Again, one of those games that Mississippi University had pulled ahead by as many as 13 in the second half. The Bruins really dug deep. Speaking to the coaching staff after that game, they said that was a big win for us. Just did a lot for our confidence. And one thing that you saw the Bruins do late in that game on Saturday was what you're seeing here tonight, that transfer over in a 3-2 zone. And what a defensive stop right off the bat for the Bruins as they hold the Wildcats to a shot clock violation. You heard the starters moments ago. For the Bruins, it's Dostatas Pouncey. What a game he had in his first start for the Bruins on Saturday. 14 points, 5 assists, and 4 steals. Trevor Brunson going to the rack. And he gives the Bruins the early lead with a left-handed layup. Anthony Ray, shot from the outside, not hitting anything. And Bruins fans are giving their team a little bit of a spark here early on. Again, the first of 3 home games for the Bruins this week. Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. This is a non-region opponent here tonight. And Pouncey not able to hit anything on the rim either as that one bounces harmlessly out of bounds. Bruins still have the 2-0 advantage here, courtesy of a layup by Trevor Brunson. That's been the only basket so far in over a minute of play. Ethan Smith back up top to Ray. Has this one poked away. Hughley getting on the floor. And we're going to have a jump ball. That'll be Bruins possession. And again, I love the energy of the Bruins squad as they've come out today. Again, these two teams met earlier this season in December, and it was a decisive victory for the Wildcats up in Charlotte. And so talking with the guys, they didn't like the way that they played in December and knew that they could have a better showing. Back outside, Ray will take the 3 from the outside and knocks it down. First bucket of the game for the Wildcats. And they cut into the lead 4-3. Pouncey over to Hayes Brush. Back across to Henry Blair. Blair, reverse layup, no good. Hughley, the rebound, gets it blocked. Batted around, back come the Wildcats in transition. A 1-on-3. He's going to take it himself anyway, no good. That was Patterson going 1-on-3 and probably should have held up there. Gets this one down to Hughley. One thing that the Wildcats certainly have is the size. The size differential is certainly one that the Wildcats are going to look to exploit, particularly down low with Jalen Benson, Hollenhead, Just a huge frame down low, 6'8" frame, and a large wingspan as well. So the Bruins are going to have difficulty down in the block, but that's also how they played on Saturday when they came away with a victory. Pouncey laying this one up, no good, but Hughley there for the follow. Just over 3 minutes into the first half, Bruins with a 6-3 advantage. Swing pass into the corner. No, hits the side of the backboard there. Brunson comes away with the rebound. He'll push it ahead to Hughley. Hughley driving baseline. He'll go up with it and in. Bruins running the floor well. They've got an 8-3 advantage. With 16 and a half to go here in this first half. Wildcats trying to come back. How about Hughley with the block? Bruins pushing it in transition. 3-on-2. Hughley. Fade away. On the way. No good. Back come the Wildcats. That's Patterson going through the lane. And he is able to scoop and score. Cuts the lead back to 8-5. See our first substitutions getting ready to come in for the Bruins. It's going to be Kenny Garrick at next available whistle. He hit a big three late in the game. And there is Henry Blair knocking down the three. His first of the game. He had 35 points in the win on Saturday over Mississippi University. Bruins have the spark early on. Patterson lays this one up and in. Thought that might have been a little bit of a push-off there, but no call that time. 11-7 our score. Pouncey through the lane. Splits the defense. Not able to get it to drop. Wildcats pushing in transition. Ray with the hesitation. And he is able to get it up and in. Anthony Ray with another basket for the Wildcats. Back to a 2-point game. Henry Blair on the hesitation. Now back to Pouncey. He stumbled there for a bit. Bruins still possess. Brush back outside. Hughley thought about a three there for a second. He'll get the floater, and the floater drops. Shot from the outside, and knocking it down is Ethan Smith. His first three of the contest, and is back to a 1-point game, 13-12. Blair to Hughley. Pouncey. Back to Hughley. Floating shot on the way. And Stephon Hughley is having himself a first half. Don't have the official stats in front of me, but I would guess he's right at 10 points already. 10 of the Bruins' first 15. Ray working on Pouncey. Picks up his dribble. Should have been a double dribble there, I thought. As he put it back down to the floor, Bruins will take possession here. And again, a good defensive effort so far in this one. Garrick enters, Hughley getting a rest. As we are edging closer to the midway point of this first half. Pouncey in the corner to Henry Blair. Little hesitation, goes back door to Garrick, back outside to Pouncey. 3-point shot away, off the back iron. Garrick the offensive rebound. Back to Blair, he'll take the top of the corner three. And no good. Ethan Smith. Patterson goes inside. This is where they have that size differential mismatch, and it's going to be Benson Hollenhead who pulls down the offensive rebound and just slams it back down. And again, that is the offensive presence that Hollenhead can give you. Going through the lane. Reverse layup is no good. Brunson pulls down the rebound. Brush is going to push it in transition. Back outside. Blair, he'll take the three. No good. It's one thing the Bruins were able to do, particularly in the second half of Saturday's comeback win, was they started to get hot from beyond the arc. And again, when you can have that three ball working, and again, Holland, that one's blocked by Garrick, and then Ray gets it back, Patterson gets it back and is able to finish. First lead of the contest for the Wildcats. As they're up 16-15. Brunson says not for long. Trevor Brunson knocking down the corner three. Two subs getting ready to come in for the Bruins. It's Brian Sims and Dylan Harris. Ray, and we're going to have a foul called here, and actually with 11:34 left to go in the first half, folks, that's our first whistle for a stoppage of play. It's going to go on to Status Pouncey, his first, team first. 11:34 to go here in the first half, and that'll bring us to our first media timeout of the evening. Cambria Hotel of Greenville is the official hotel of your BJU Bruins, located just off Woodruff Road. Cambria is a brand new hotel offering great amenities at a beautiful facility. Book your next stay online at choicehotels.com. Also, FCI Agency is an insurance broker that provides auto, home, life, and business insurance. You have enough choices to make, so make one that always gets you the best rate. Check them out online, fcisc.com. Shot from the outside, and starting it right back out of the timeout was Ethan Smith with another three, as the Wildcats pull ahead once again, 19-18 here, nearing the midway point of the first half. Kenny Garrick up top, crossover move, back outside, swing pass to Pouncey in the corner. Now Dylan Harris back up top to Pouncey. He'll go through the lane. Good ball movement from the Bruins as Garrick takes the corner three and doesn't get it to go. Three from Ray from the outside. That one doesn't go. Sims skies for the rebound. And now he'll slow things up. Pack over to Kenny Garrick. Henry Blair through the lane, has it poked away, and it's going to go off of the Wildcats last. So it'll stay Bruins possession. Garrick, Blair, turn around, hook shot on the way is good. Bruins regain the lead, 20-19. Back come the Wildcats. Patterson through the lane, and again, finding the soft touch inside. Wildcats take the lead once again. Back and forth these two teams have gone. Both looking to establish some momentum here. Sims, he doesn't have it, but Henry Blair does. Good follow by Henry Blair. Patterson, soft touch not going this time as Garrick skies for the rebound. Blair thought about a three there for a second, and we're going to have a travel call, and one ref, I think, said that Henry stepped out of bounds, and another said that he traveled. So either way, Wildcats getting the ball back. But Little confusion there between the officiating crew. Either way, it would have resulted in a turnover, so result didn't really matter. Patterson, his turnaround jumper is good. Back to a 23-22 game. Steph Hughley is getting ready to come back in. He had a monster beginning of the game for the Bruins. And we're going to have a moving screen here called on Dylan Harris. That's his first team foul, number 2 for the Bruins. And Harris will take a seat. DJ Williams bringing the ball up for the Wildcats. Fans wanting a travel on that one. They're not going to get it. Patterson, his shot on the way, no good. And we're going to have a foul going up on Kenny Garrick. His first team third here in the first half with 8:54 remaining. That'll send Fred Patterson to the line, the senior guard out of Lenore, North Carolina. Leading scorer for the Wildcats in this game, not able to convert on the first free throw attempt. As I said before, this is the first of 3 games coming up for the Bruins this week. Tuesday night, of course, here at against Johnson and Wales University, and then 2 region matchups coming on Friday and Saturday. Trinity Baptist on Friday night, the hottest team in the South region right now, at 10-5 on the season. Coach Jones is doing an excellent job with the Eagles this year. And then Saturday night, the Bruins welcome rival Pensacola Christian College to the Davis Fieldhouse. Make your plans to join us for both of these games. But, of course, if you can't, we'll have them right here on our YouTube channel at YouTube/BJU Bruins. Henry Blair fouled on his way to the rim, and that will send him to the free throw line as he knocks down the first. Hits them both. It's one thing the Bruins, if you've watched the box scores the last couple of games, one thing the team has struggled with is their conversion rate from the charity stripe. And particularly in those back-to-back losses against Toccoa and Warren Wilson, when you have your team shooting somewhere in the neighborhood of low 50% from free throw range, you have got to, or you know, you're going to struggle to win those games. Ethan Smith wide open on the back door there, and so he'll convert easily, and it gives the Wildcats again a 25-24 advantage. Garrick going through the lane. Hughley trying to keep it alive, and Sims will eventually chase it down. Back over to Pouncey. Pouncey on the crossover. Now back to Garrick. Garrick through the lane. Jump shot on the way. Kenny Garrick scores from just inside the free throw line. And the Bruins regain the lead 26-25. And again, Ray shooting that 3 ball and missing the rim. Garrick, he goes through the lane, back out to Henry Blair. And he loses possession. So teams might want to, or the refs might want to feel the ball a little bit, as it seems like both teams have had some struggles of late holding on to the ball. Ethan Smith from the outside again. No good. Wildcats keep it alive. Shot in close, no good. Hughley is able to sky for the rebound that time. Under 7 minutes to go here in half number 1. Brian Sims Turns on the speed and is able to use the left hand, Brian Sims. We've talked about him over the course of the year and just that sheer athleticism and speed that he's able to bring to the team this year. 3-ball from the outside, no good. Garrick pulls down the rebound. Ahead to Hughley. Hughley up off the glass and in. Stephon Hughley having a first half. Ray. Met by Garrick at the top of the key, gets it to Ethan Smith. He fades away, and that one is going to be gathered by Stephon Hughley. Pushing it ahead, Kenny Garrick. Pouncey back inside to Hughley, and he drops it in once again. Stephon Hughley continuing to have a dominant first half. Outside to Smith, back up top to Ray. Ray trying to throw the lob, cut off by Sims. Ahead to Garrick, look out! That'll get the crowd on its feet. Kenny Garrick giving the Spark largest lead of the first half. Bruins extend it 34-25, just over 5 minutes to go in the first half. Stay with us. Back underway here from the Davis Fieldhouse. Bruins have pushed their lead 34-25 with just over 5 minutes remaining in this opening half. Hey, folks, Johnny Gamet bringing you the call here tonight. Bruins coming into this one at 6-7 on the season after a thrilling come-from-behind victory on Saturday in which they battled back to win in overtime over Mississippi University, snapping a 2-game losing skid. Johnson and Wales coming into this one having lost 2 of their last 3. They were able to snap their 2-game losing skid as well on Sunday in a win over Berkeley. Sims chasing down the rebound. You love the energy the Bruins bench is bringing so far in this game. And again, the Bruins have also done a great job in this first half of taking care of the basketball. Very few turnovers. Pouncey, little hesitation through the lane. And we're going to have a blocking foul. Question is on who? There's a couple of collisions there, and looks like it's going to be on Zarian Wilkins. His first, team second. The officials have certainly let them play. What a draw up right there as Pouncey did the inbound and saw that Kenny Garrick was standing wide open in front of his man right underneath the basket. It doesn't get much easier than that. Bruins have built a double-digit advantage, 36-25, make it 36-27 now, as it is Wilkins scoring in close for the Wildcats. So far, the Bruins have been able to match the Wildcats basket for basket in this one. Again, this is the second meeting this season between these two teams. Pouncey up off the glass. That one, I think, got tipped on the way up. Back into the corner. That's Patterson for three off the back iron. And Pouncey is going to pull it down. And I believe he was fouled that time by Anthony Ray. That's going to be the first on Ray, third team foul here in this first half with 3:48 remaining before the break. And we're going to have a reach-in foul on Ray as well. So after a relatively whistle-free first half, there has been a flurry of about 3 fouls almost consecutively. Hughley able to get it in the key. Hook shot on the way, and Stephon Hughley continues to have the soft touch in and around the rim. Lead back up to 11. And now poked away, and we're going to have a late whistle. That one going to be called on Stephon Hughley, his first, team fourth. Again, how about the energy level from the Bruins here in this first half? Came out and built an 11-5 lead. And as I said, have an 11-point lead, make it 9 now as Wilkins scores in close once again. Just got a text from my good friend Randy Page, who unfortunately is not in his usual seats tonight. We wish you the best, my friend. Hope you get to feeling better soon. But he just says, is this the same team we saw in Charlotte? And I tend to agree. Man, this is a much different showing by these BJU Bruins than we saw in December up in Charlotte against this team. Garrick misses long on the three-point attempt. Patterson ahead to Ray. Little hesitation, bounces off Pouncey. Now the fadeaway jumper is on the way, and Brush secures the rebound. Brush pushing it in transition, back outside. Sims takes the three from the corner, no good. Hughley tried on the follow. It's now Brush with the offensive rebound and put back. And again, for being a team that in some respects has been undersized here in this game, you wouldn't know it, as they've done a great job around the rim. And that's going to be Patterson scoring in close. Back to a 9-point game, 40-31. 2 minutes to go here in this first half. Nice crossover move by Garrick. He goes up off the glass. And Kenny Garrick slice and dice and oh so nice and for two. This is Wilkins at the elbow. Right to Machida. Looking like he had a push-off there as defender went flying. No call. And it's back to a 9-point game. Coach Miller calling a timeout. We'll take one, too. 1 minute, 22 seconds left in this first half. Bruins up 42-33. Back underway, 1:18 and counting in this first half. And we're going to have an offensive foul called here on Tostatis Pouncey. And Pouncey had handed the ball off to Henry Blair. And then there was just a big collision of like 4 bodies right here on the near side. And they called Pouncey on the foul. Inside to Wilkins. Didn't get the roll that time. Pouncey gets the rebound. Brush. Back across over to Brunson. 15 on the shot clock. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Bruins can get a 2-for-1 here in terms of possession. Brunson with a play fake. Now goes up. And offensive foul. And I think the argument from the bench is that perhaps he was in that circle. I'm not sure. That was awfully close. It was outside the circle, but in any case, it's going to be a charge on Brunson. And now we're going to have a foul on the other end, and I believe this one's going to be on Brunson as well. It will be. So the board says that's the first on Brunson. I believe there should be 2 on Brunson for the charge foul. Lead cut back to 8 at 42-34. Make it 7. Bruins need to keep the pedal to the metal here in terms of the energy level they have played with in this first half. Again, they built as many as a 12-point advantage. It's now back to 7. And now a steal from Ray coming back the other way, and he'll slam it down to cut it back to a 5-point game, 42-37. And this is where the Bruins can hold for a last shot here. Brian Sims will have it up top. Ahead to Henry Blair. Blair through the lane. And Bruins looking for a foul. And it's going to be a last-second desperation heave, no good. And that will do it. And that's going to do it for us here in the first half. Bruins with a 42-37 advantage. Wildcats doing a great job of closing out that first half with a bit of a run. And that will bring us into the halftime festivities. 42-37 our score. Second half coming up. Stay with us. Back on our way here at the Davis Fieldhouse at the campus of Bob Jones University in Greenville, South Carolina. Bruins with a 42-37 upper hand starting half number 2. Hey, folks, Johnny Gamet bringing you the call here as the Bruins taking on Johnson and Wales University. Bruins coming out with a lot of energy in that first half. And I tell you what, it is... The last time these two teams played, again, I believe it was a 15 to 17 point differential. And the Bruins just came out on fire. Defensively, they just were getting key stops and then being smart with the basketball as well. Johnson and Wales used a strong finish to close out that first half, as they have been able to cut it back to a 4-point game. As Brush pulls down the rebound. Again, one of the keys for the Bruins this second half is going to be taking care of the basketball still, but also finding a way to slow the Wildcats as Henry Blair comes back with the right hand and lays it up off the glass for 2. Back to a 6-point game. And we're going to have a turnover here as it looked like Ethan Smith stepped out of bounds. Brush from 3, no good. No good on the other end. Brush on the baseline, back up top. Brunson for 3, no good. Poked away there by Blair, and I think Ray is actually going to be called for a foul here. It will be, yes. So a great job by Henry Blair to do the old pickpocket from behind and poked the ball away. And then that resulted in Ray trying to take the ball away from Brunson and ended up committing a foul. That's the 3rd on Anthony Ray. Brush back to Blair, over to Brunson. Now Pouncey in the corner, now back to Brunson, trying to find Steph Hughley, and what a first half he had for the Bruins. 5 on the shot clock. Pouncey back to Brunson. They're going to have to get a shot off here. Brunson takes the free throw jumper and is able to bury it. Good offensive sequence that time for the Bruins, sticking with it. They push the lead back out to 8. Three from the outside. No good. Pouncey. Through the lane, back to Hughley. Now back to Pouncey. And he'll take the 3 and knock it down. Pouncey pushes it back to 11. Have a foul here. That's going to be on Pouncey, they said. So that'll be the 3rd on Pouncey. Back to a 10-point game now. Bruins have also had Colin Jacobs come into the game. Bouncy to Brunson. Blair inside to Jacobs. Back outside. Good ball movement. Blair's going to have to take a deep three and got it to go. Rattles and drops. Make it a 13-point advantage now for the Bruins. Again, we wondered how they would respond coming out of the locker room. Jacobs gets the rebound here, as the Wildcats did a good job of slowing things up for the Bruins, but also chipping away at the lead. Got some momentum going into the locker room. Brunson has that one blocked away. And again, it is Benson Hollenhead who is providing all kinds of problems for the Bruins in and around the rim. Standing at 6'8", but with an impressive wingspan as well. Jacobs using the body, trying to get in close. That one poked away. And Jacobs eventually getting it back, going up, and he's going to be fouled. That's the second on Jalen Benson Hollenhead. Second team foul on the Wildcats as well. Send Colin Jacobs, a freshman out of New Bern, North Carolina, to the line. Converts the first. Make it a 15-point game, 54-39. Much different game and team than the last time these two teams played. It's actually a 22-point differential. The Bruins certainly changing that here tonight. Much better showing. Inside to Jacobs. And this is going to be on the floor, I believe. So that's going to be the third foul on Benson Hollenhead. What a good job that time by Colin Jacobs, using that big frame to get the positioning. Again, we've talked about Collins joining the team at semester and the presence that he brings to the team as Brunson is able to get it to rattle and drop in close. It's up to a 17-point game now. 56-39, poked away initially, and we're going to have Pouncey on the reach-in. And Brian Sims going to come in for Pouncey, as that's his fourth foul. And that is a tough foul for Pouncey to get with 15:04 left. That's going to force him to have to sit a good bit of this second half. So we'll see how the Bruins respond. Ray from the corner, and he knocks it down. See if the Bruins can keep pace here. And Brian Sims going to have to assume much of the point guard duties here. Last couple of games, he's been switched to more of a wing player. Inside to Jacobs. Good sequence for the Bruins, and they get it in that high percentage shot inside. Good ball movement. Bruins back to the 3-2 zone. Ethan Smith on the baseline. Back to Wilkins. Driving on Jacobs. Back outside, and it'll be a turnover. This one poked away. And Ray is able to keep it in play back outside. Blair, he'll take the quick three, and Splash Mountain got it to go. 61-42. Folks, it's a 19-point advantage for the Bruins. Wilkins has that one blocked away by Jacobs, but it will be a foul. And Jacobs waving over to the bench saying, hey, coach, I need some air. Steph Hughley will come in. That's just the first on Jacobs. But again, he has been a good addition for the Bruins, as he's been able to come in and provide a lot of depth down low for the Bruins to, again, when you have a guy that can come in and give you a solid 7 to 12 minutes a game. And again, in previous years, sometimes the Bruins just would struggle a little bit when they had to go to the bench. You didn't have that same quality of production. Jacobs gives you that big body that can do a lot of damage and give your starters some rest. Swing pass over to Henry Blair. Inside to Hayes Brush. What a find. 20-point advantage, 63-43. Bruins are rolling. And we're going to have a blocking foul on Hayes Brush here. Back inside, wide open was Zirin Wilkins. And he cuts the lead back to 18 now, 63-45. Sims on the advance. He's got DJ Williams guarding him. Drives around him through the lane, back outside. Blair for three once again. Got it! Henry Blair from the corner. The Bruins continue to match the Wildcats point for point. Three from the outside, and that is DJ Williams getting into the scoring mix for the Wildcats. Brian Sims has that one poked away momentarily, gets it back over to Hayes Brush. Brush on the hesitation. Up top, Henry Blair from three. Didn't go. Back to Hughley. And Stephon Hughley is able to drop it in from close. Williams, step back three, in and out. Sims in transition, back across to Brunson. Brunson in the corner for Blair. Brush, back to Brunson. Pump fake through the lane with the left hand, no good. Brush trying to finish. And I think they're going to call that one on Hayes Brush for the reach around is all I can think. But in any case, Hayes Brush picks up his third foul. It's the 16th foul for the Bruins with 11:55 to go. Bruins have blown it open, 68-48. Let's see if they can keep it up. Back underway here from the Davis Fieldhouse. Ray back to Wilkins inside, no good. Wilkins gets his own rebound. And Azarian Wilkins is able to convert in close, 68 to 50, I should say. Brunson back outside to Brush. Little hesitation through the lane, hanging, not able to get it to go. Back come the Wildcats. Wilkins through the lane. And we're going to have a foul called here. And again, I think my hesitation and confusion is there's a lot of contact on the other side of the court. And that time, not as much. And there's a foul called on one side and a no call on the other. I mean, our foul differential right now is Bruins with their 7th foul, Wildcats only with 3 so far in this second half. Let's get more substitutions coming in. Kenny Garrick replaces Hayes Brush. Wilkins misses his second free throw opportunity, and Hughley there for the rebound. Still a 17-point game, but it's one of those feelings that you feel like this one's far from over, especially with the way the Wildcats were able to come back in that first half. Brunson pullback 3, no good. Wildcats coming right back. Williams again from three-point range, no good. And that'll stay Wildcat ball. With just under 11 minutes to go. Again, this is the first of 3 home games this week for the Bruins. They will be back in action on Friday. And I was going to say, that should be an offensive foul. That is textbook charge. It's the extension of the arm, Mr. Wilkins, that gave you away on that one. And again, when you initiate the contact with that shoulder, nothing wrong with that. But when you extend that arm, you're basically saying, hey, Mr. Official, call me for a charge. Especially when the defender goes flying. Brunson with a hesitation, he pulls it back over to Henry Blair. Up top to Hughley, who has been relatively quiet since that first half when he just exploded for the Bruins. Good to see him get a basket there. Pullback 3 from Ray. No good. Kenny Garrick gets the rebound. He'll push it in transition. 3-on-2. Over to Henry Blair. Quick 3 the other side. No good. Pulled down by Brunson. Again, the Bruins could use to slow things down just a tad, considering with score what it is and the time what it is. It's a little early in this second half to try to start draining the clock, but you also do have to be thinking about the clock at this point in the game. Sims, mid-range jumper, no good. He kind of had to force that one up as the shot clock was winding down. And Benson Hollenhead coming back in for the Wildcats. He has 3 fouls and has had to sit for a good bit of the second half here. Back up to Ray. He'll take the mid-range jumper and gets it to drop. Back to a 17-point game, 70-53. And we're going to have a timeout called by the Bruins. 9:31 remaining. Bruins with a 17-point advantage. Hoping to win back-to-back games to start the week. Back underway here from the Davis Fieldhouse, 9:31 remaining here in half number 2. Bruins have put in an impressive performance here so far in this game. And they'll have the inbound here. Dylan Harris back in for the Bruins. Brunson, he'll take the 3 from the top, in and out. Patterson gets the rebound, passes over to Anthony Ray. Ray has that poked away from Sims, and again, a little bit of a delayed whistle there. It was the right call as Sims had reached in. And that will be a foul on Brian Sims, and that will mean should be a 1-and-1. Should be a 1-and-1 here. And it will be. So it'll be a 1-and-1 here. And again, the foul was on number 21, Brian Sims. Just his first. And missed opportunity on the 1-and-1, pushing it ahead. And again, would love to see the Bruins keep that same intensity from a ball movement perspective, but also with the understanding of taking care of the basketball as well and drawing as much clock as you can with each possession, because you think about it, folks, there's 35 seconds on a shot clock every time you get the possession. And so you should be shooting to get 15 to 20 seconds at least on each possession. And you figure if they do that, the Bruins can take roughly almost a minute off, considering the offensive side for the Wildcats, every single time they touch the ball. And with 8:52 left, and again, at the late stages of the first half, we saw what the Wildcats can do in putting up points in bunches. And again, the last time these two teams played, Johnson and Wales won by 22. So this is a team that can put up a lot of points very quickly. Back to a 14-point game, 70-56. Sims to Blair in the corner. Blair back across. Now up. Brunson will take another 3. Too strong. Harris skies for the rebound. Sims was trying 2. Now a 3-on-1. Ray coming back the other way. And Ray is able to slide it in. Back to a 12-point game, 70-58. Brush, Pouncey, and Hughley all getting ready to come back in. Blair. And we're going to have a foul on Ray, I think it is, off the ball. And that is the 4th foul on Anthony Ray. Bruins still a couple away from the bonus, with just over 8 minutes remaining. Pouncey back to Brush, hands it off to Henry Blair. Back to Pouncey, over to Brunson, 10 on the shot clock. Little hesitation, back to Brush in the corner. Now back to Pouncey in the corner. Didn't get anything, but Brush is there in time to collect the rebound on the air ball and then go right up and in. Good presence of mind by Brush that time, understanding that he knew he was going to have to get it off quickly. And the Wildcats come back with a basket on the other end, 72-60. 7.5 to go in this one. Pouncey gets it down low to Hughley. Back to Brunson. Back to Hughley. Hands this one off. Brush will take the top of the key 3. He's going to say we should have a reset shot clock to 15 seconds. That did hit the rim. It did hit the rim, so they are going to get 20 seconds. It should be 15, actually. It is the right call. I mean, again, the ball hit the rim, and the shot clock did not reset. So Hayes Brush got it on the inbounds, but I think tried for the slam dunk instead of what might have been a better solution of just laying it up off the glass, getting the guaranteed points. Brush has got some springs in those legs, but he is going to go to the line for two. Misses the first. Again, just over 7 minutes to go. Bruins still with a double-digit lead. They led by as many as 20. Trying to hold off the Wildcats, who want to continue to cut into this lead. And have been effective at doing that. Ray, mid-range jumper, and he hits it. Now it's back to a 10-point game. So again, the Bruins have got to shore up defensively, but have also got to match on the offensive end and get points. We're going to have an offensive foul on Hayes Brush off the ball. And again, just like that, the Bruins in danger of the lead dropping to single digits here. Brush going out with 4 fouls. We talked about at the beginning of the game, it took almost 10 minutes of that first half for us to get our first foul. Not so here in the second half. That one in and out. That one up and in as Hollandhead throws it down. It's back to an 8-point game, 72-64. And unfortunately, you get the feeling right now that the Bruins are just kind of playing not to lose rather than with that same energy and poise that they had in that first half. The team needing a spark here, and particularly as they have struggled the last couple of times with their free throws. Patterson called for his first. Blair is able to knock down the first free throw attempt. Second one is good as well. Back to a 10-point game, 74-64. Just over 6 remaining. Ray gets the screen. Back inside to Wilkins. Wilkins' turnaround inside shot is good. Back to an 8-point game. 6 minutes remaining. Brunson hands it off to Henry Blair. Back in the corner for Brunson. 3-ball on the way, no good. Wildcats pushing it in transition. Ray coming back the other way. Tries on the mid-range jumper, is able to, off the step, get the lay-in. It's a 6-point game, 74-68. Wildcats are coming back. Still a lot of time here in this game. Kenny Garrick. The Bruins at this point got to go back to what was working. Hughley inside. Has that one blocked. Brunson coming the other way. That one up off the glass, no good. Pushing it ahead. Patterson lays it up and in, and we're going to have a timeout from Coach Tony Miller. We talked about it before, but the Wildcats can score in bunches. They have come all the way back from a 20-point deficit. It is 74-70, just over 5 to go. Stay with us. 74-70 our score out of the timeout. Bruins have possession. A couple of substitutions. Big Colin Jacobs coming back into the game. Pouncey. Trying to get it inside to Jacobs. Now back to Blair. Bruins have got to be able to get high percentage looks here. Brunson back up. Now Pouncey in the corner. That's a good sequence there. Doesn't go. Blair pulls it down. Back through the lane. His shot on the way is no good. And back come the Wildcats once again. Ray has that one pulled away by Garrick. They were looking for a foul, but again, you're not going to call it on Henry Blair getting mauled going to the rim. Better not call it for Ray, who had contact going to the rim as well. Be consistent. Ray, step back three, no good. Jacob skies for the rebound. This one's going to come down to the wire, folks. 4.5 to go. Bruins have to make every possession count from here on out. It's Pouncey. Gets it to Jacobs. Jacobs muscles his way in close and gets it to go. The battle of the bigs down low. Advantage Colin Jacobs for now. Jacobs using that big body to get in position. And then again, what you have to also keep in mind is the wingspan of Hollenhead as he is able to just swat and swat. So a great job from Jacobs to come away with a basket there, even though he didn't make the free throw in the and one. Still came away with points. Wilkins. And that's going to be a foul in the key. And that's going to be on Colin Jacobs. And I think they may have credited that foul to the wrong person. That was definitely Jacobs who should have got that. It looked like it said Henry Blair got the foul. Jacobs gets the rebound off the missed free throw. 76-70, we're under 4 to go. Pouncey gets it over to Garrick. Inside Blair. Blair tried to loft it to Colin Jacobs, and unfortunately a turnover for the Bruins. 76-70 here. Bruins back into that abbreviated 2-3 zone. Ray has that one batted. Stays Wildcat possession. Patterson through the lane, and it's going to be a charge call that time. And I got to tell you, I think that one was a makeup call, because in the first sequence, Patterson clearly pushed off the first time, and there was no call. And so the second time, Pouncey, I think, knew that Patterson was going to try to extend that forearm and maybe sold it just a little bit. And we're going to have a off-the-ball foul on Wilkins. And that will put the Bruins in the double bonus. So 2 free throws coming up for Colin Jacobs. And again, this is where free throws become that much more important. Something Bruins have struggled with the last couple of games is hitting those shots from the charity stripe. Jacobs hits the first to increase the lead to 7. Second one is missed. Wildcats coming back in transition. Ray. A crossover. Pushes off again, and the offensive foul called once again. And again, when you stick that arm off and push off, it's an easy call. Again, That's a super simple call to make. When you extend that arm and push the defender off of you, you're going to get called 9.9 times out of 10. And that is the 5th foul on Anthony Ray, so he's done. And that's a big-time loss for the Wildcats, especially in the late goings. Steph Hughley on the back door, lays it in nicely. 79-70, under 3 to go. Patterson. His shot no good, but it will be a foul, so Patterson will go to the line for 2. Foul is credited to Steph Hughley. That's his 2nd. First one is good from Patterson. Both teams in the double bonus here on out, so we'll be shooting a lot of free throws down the stretch here. Second one on the way and good. Back to a 7-point game, 79-72. A little bit of a soft man-to-man pressure of a press here. Bruins get right through it. Garrick driving through the lane. And it's going to be tapped out of bounds by the Wildcats, so it'll stay Bruins possession. 2:26 remaining in this one. And again, at this point, if you're the Bruins, you gotta think about this. We want to come away with points on every single possession. And Blair gets fouled going to the rim. Blair hits the first. And again, free throws critical down this stretch here. The Bruins have done a good job of maintaining the upper hand thanks to their work at the charity stripe. And Blair is able to knock it down once again. So it's a 9-point advantage now, 81-72. Blair taking a quick break. Hayes Brush back into the game. And you know that Blair is going to be resting ever so slightly. And then we'll be back into the game shortly, no doubt. Wilkins, swing pass, 3-pointer in the corner. Off the top of the backboard, Brush is able to chase it down. Hayes Brush, double teamed in the corner. Coming back the other way, and no call as he goes to the rim. This one pushed ahead. 3-pointer from the corner, no good. Trying to get it back and tipping it in was Benson Hollenhead. And again, under 2 minutes to go now. Pouncey gets it over to Garrick. Kenny Garrick gets around his man through the lane. Back to Brunson. Brunson back to Brush. Brush back to Brunson. Takes the 3 from the corner. No good. Wilkins pushing this one ahead through the lane. And we're going to have a foul called on Kenny Garrick this time. And they're having a little bit of a conference here, the 3 officials are. I'm not sure if maybe it was the foul definitely should be on Kenny Garrick. And then we're going to have a technical foul assessed here too. And I believe this is going to be on Steph Hughley. I am not sure what transpired here, but the difficulty of this, folks, is it's just like we saw on Saturday. This could be a 4-point swing. The second free throw there missed by J.C. Cooper. So that was the technical foul. And Coach Miller is really pleading his case over there. And Steph just shocked as free throw is missed. Henry Blair getting ready to come back in, and he'll replace Kenny Garrick. So again, 124 left, 81-75. Wilkins at the line for one more. And he makes it. So the Bruins dodge a bullet on that one, as the Wildcats only making 2 out of 4 free throws. Still a 5-point game. And again, important offensive possession here for the Bruins. Pouncey, double teamed, has that one poked away. Brunson is going to get the timeout. That's a great effort. That's a great effort from Trevor Brunson as he came running across the floor. Again, Pouncey was double teamed, and it looked like it was going to be a turnover. And Brunson dove to the floor, secured it, turned around, and called timeout. Heads up play as the Bruins will keep possession, 81-76. 1:10 left to go in this one. Stay with us, folks. Bruins hoping to hang on. .110 remaining here in this one. Bruins have held the lead for a majority of the game, led by as many as 20. But they only have a 5-point advantage here. They do have possession with just over a minute to play. Henry Blair back to Brush. Brush. Bruins clearly trying to draw some clock here. Pouncey through the lane. Lays this one up. No good. Wildcats are going to come away with it. Pushing it in transition. Patterson through the lane. Hanging shot on the way is good. And it'll stay Bruins possession here, but Pouncey lost it just briefly. It is a one-possession game, folks, 81-78. How about the comeback by the Wildcats? Brush going ahead. And we're going to have a foul going up by Hollenhead. And that is 5 on Hollenhead. So Jalen Benson Hollenhead has also fouled out. That's the second player gone for Johnson of Wales. And that will bring in Ethan Smith, the freshman forward. Again, free throws so important down the stretch here. They will get 2 here. First one from Brush is no good. (81-78). Second one from Brush on the way. That one is good. That's a big free throw. 82-78. 40 seconds remain. Patterson, skip pass across. Back inside to Wilkins, inside Patterson. Patterson lays it in. Still a one-possession game, 82-80. Brunson gets it across half. And Brunson going to be fouled with 25 seconds left. 2-second differential between the shot and game clocks. And again, Trevor Brunson, a higher percentage free throw shooter. So this is the guy you want to get to the line here in these kinds of situations. As he knocks down the first. And again, a crucial free throw coming up here to try to make it a 2-possession game. Second one from Brunson is good. 25 seconds remaining. Wildcats get it in. Three-pointer from the outside, no good. Brush pulls down the rebound and is going to be fouled immediately. Opportunity to ice it here for the Bruins. They have a 4-point advantage. Could push it to 6 here if Brush is able to make both of these free throws. What a performance tonight by your BJU Bruins. They have led again by as many as 20 in this game. And the Wildcats, much like they did in the first half, came roaring back in this second half, cut it all the way back to 2. And we're going to have a substitution here as DJ Williams comes back into the game. 85-80 is our score. Brush misses that one, and it's going to be a lane violation on Brush as he left too early. So that will be a missed opportunity for the Bruins. They still lead by 5, so still a 2-possession game with 15 seconds to go. And we'll see if the Bruins can hang on. Getting this one ahead. Patterson drives around through the lane, up off the glass for 2, and got it. And now full court pressure being applied. Hayes Brush ahead of the pack, and he'll throw it down! Exclamation point! Good presence of mind from Tostatus Pouncey. The 3 from the outside won't go. Bruins hang on. What a final play from Tostatus Pouncey as the Wildcats had brought everybody, and I mean everybody, for the press. And Pouncey just happened to look up and see that Hayes Brush was all by himself at half court. And Hayes Brush finishing the play with a hammer. And the Bruins hang on in this one to pick up a big win to improve to 500 on the season with an 87-82 victory here in the Davis Fieldhouse. Again, first of 3 games this week for the Bruins. They start off the week well with a big-time win over Johnson & Wales. Again, the last time these two teams played, Johnson & Wales defeated the Bruins by 22 points. So a great effort tonight all around by the Bruins as they pick up the W and move to 7-7 on the season. Next game coming up on Friday as the Bruins welcome red-hot Trinity Baptist College to the Davis Fieldhouse. Big-time South Region matchup. That'll get underway at 8 o'clock tip-off time. That's going to do it for us here on the broadcast. I'm Johnny Gammett. Thanks for watching here tonight. We'll say God bless and go Bruins.